I can remember ever since we started bringing out South America to Royale. He's been almost all of them. This is no exception. We're starting here on Western Air Temple. It's going to be opening up with the Taros. Let's see what we got. I'm very interested to see how this matchup plays up against the split Chakram. I do think that Hammer and Axe do quite well against the weapon, so we're just going to see if he gets outplayed. And we'll see how that's going to happen here as Wess starts off with the sword and doesn't opt to throw it away too quickly.
Yeah, the longest I've seen Puya hold on to sword in already quite some time. Making it back on, getting a sidelight here. Nice scoop with the downer. What's the juggle? Neutrally not going to be able to come out, and now comes in the Chakrams. Okay, how do you land, Faith?
Let's find out. There's a recovery so far. Cider dodges him in place. Could have been a good punish, but does not fast fall through the platform. Down air into nair recovery. Oh, that's going to take the weapon out of his hands already. So much weapon damage coming up from the multi-hits of the split chakra. But the down light comes through. So this is the big change. Oh, but he throws the weapon away. Recovery, not going to knock out, but that one will definitely do it. You know, I guess
with that D-light, just like not knowing whether or not Wess would land.
Yeah, and something else that I'm noticing is that, like, for as much flack as I'm giving split chakram recovery, it does just give you the momentum to do the move again.
Yes.
And that's where a lot of the power comes out of it.
It's not about KOing with it the first time. It's about putting it out there 2-3 times and seeing what happens. Now, Axe, so active. The weapon toss is not going to connect, but that is going to be enough.
I like to imagine that every Axe player closes their eyes after they hit recovery, and then they open it and they go, what? Wow. How did they get there?
What a treat.
What's going on? Nice stomp. Okay, Hammer a little less good at the aerial punish here, unless you get that recovery.
Coming back to stage against Chocolate, right? You can't down him for free. You have to be afraid of recovery quite a bit.
Dash jump side air is going to be so good for punishing that. Goes for the sideline instead, and Wess actually gravity cancel down 6 after the down air hits. Gets the recovery, waits at the dodge, but nothing else. Faith had a great setup there. Oh, dash jump side air looking for a down air punish. And Wess started with a stay grounded, double nair recovery.
Gosh.
Cool. Like that. Waiting just long enough, right? If Chakram on release was so funny because you could, like, landing nair, recovery nair, true combo, and then you would DI the second nair because usually moves don't. You can't use the same move in a combo like that, but Wess delayed it enough to be able to get 2 nairs in a recovery there and has a solid lead.
Oh, trading through for a second. Oh, the N-Sig is going to be able to come out, sending Wess at a nasty angle. GC N-Light Faith cleaning up that stop.
If your game plan is hovering at neutral sig range, you're going to let it rip, right? It was such a big lead for Wess here that was just stolen away from him by 2 moves.
Yeah, that's Taros. You just got to get that one good call out.
Weapon throws stopping Wess from the juggle state here. He's going for the Dare Sair. Goes for sideline instead, trying to drag him into the stage. He just dashes right through. Sidelight side air.
Wow.
This could be the game.
Wess, how do you make it back
recovery?
On?
Nice.
Oh, Faith opting to play it safe, just recovering towards the stage.
That's what
Wess
I'm saying.
all the way out there, sliding
That's
off.
it.
The recovery, is that going to be it? Yes, it will be. Faith taking game 1 against Wess.
I'm telling you, I don't even think Faith played that great. Game 1. I'm telling you, Hammer destroys this weapon. Right? You're floating around with down air. You're like, oh, I can hit the ground and I can jump again. And then what do? Dash jump side air, right? That's a neutral sig into an end light. Dash jump Sair is what we saw led into that. You've already used a bajillion of your jumps because you're floating around, daring the ground over and over again. And the heavy weapon players looking at you like just completely confused. What the heck are you doing? We're getting some higher dual plats in game number 2 here as we go over to Miami Dome. Maybe this will give Wess the place that he needs to run to avoid getting hit by these anti-airs. I'm not sure, but already that's the stock.
That's not going to be the stock, but it is going to be quite. Actually, not as much damage as I thought it would be. Still a lot. The GC sidelight to be able to extend. Still
get down from there, Faith. Get down from the side plats, Faith. You don't want to be there.
Wow. Okay. Faith landed right back down. Hammer on hand now. Let's see what you can do here. In no position to be able to punish that N-Sig.
Ooh, scary. Nair downlight. Another down. That's what I'm talking about. Axe downlight so good. Nair is also really great in these positions because I don't think it's really registered for a lot of folks how long that animation lasts on this. Recovery spikes from the bottom of the stage. Is he going to steal the lead again? Ground pound here will knock out. That's it. Wess just goes up the left side of the stage. It's so bad. Well, all of Chakram's combo starters feel like they've got like a bajillion frames of lag if you miss. On the end light, on the side light, if you do the aerial down air, and then heavy weapons hit you for 30 damage every time that you whiff it.
Yeah, and Axe covers exactly the space that you need, especially with D-Light, especially with how much Chakram loves landing with split down air. Okay, a down air from Faith is going to be coming out here. Dash jumping over, dashing in, dashing out. What's going to be the option?
He splits over the chakram, and now he's in place. See, okay. Grabs him with that side light. I don't even know what's coming after that. What are these neutral
With Hammer,
signatures?
it's a little bit more awkward. Right? You don't have XD light. Tries to go through the neutral. He doesn't find it. Tries to go through it again. Wess is going to be able to land safely. Faith accidentally not picking up the hammer. I don't believe that was intentional.
Okay, but we're over here on Axe. Nair, downlight, they're both online. If Wess is in the air, he could just wait it out. Faith, I don't think he meant to slide off.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Well, we got sidelight Nair, down air. Okay, that was okay. Delayed afterwards, but you know what? I'm fine with it. Faith still has 3 stocks, and that is not a punish. But you know what? Faith can play it slow. Sidelight neutral light is all you're going to get true.
Still not enough to KO.
Split chakram. Split chakram. I'm telling you, if he just, dude. Okay, fused sidelight is a knockout move. He could have just hit him with the fused sidelight. I'm telling you, there's no way that players are actually giving up this many knockouts on Chakram. Might actually be the most broken weapon in the game, possibly, but if they keep it split like this, I think heavy weapons are going to destroy it forever.
We'll have to see if that ever comes into fruition. At the moment, Wess more than happy to play with it. Fuse tossing out the Chakram, though. Okay, playing on Arm for just a second here, getting a couple of big hits in, and then Faith saying, okay, great, I'll catch you with the
I think Faith's going to 3-0 him. I really do. I think that Chakram just gets hard countered by this character.
We'll see it happen out.
Let's see if Wess is going to have to outplay him to be able to get this. It's a good start.
Ooh.
Down air is going to come through.
Off stage.
Let's see what Faith can do.
Faith going to be picking up the hammer once more. The D-light ends up lifting.
Nice.
Next is going to be a dash and D-sig.
Yeah, the dash and D-sig, you get the backswing of it, so it knocks him off the left side of the stage. The positioning is depending on what the closest blast zone is there, and Wess manages to get it, and he brings things back pretty quickly. But Faith switches over to the Axe. Sidelight Nair is going to punish that. You have like an hour to punish with sidelight. Nair comes through. Recovery could almost knock out, and Wess has to use all of his jumps just to stay in down air territory. And Faith has been getting, what, 1 hit for 1 hit. When it's Axe versus split Chakram, you're getting so much more damage for that. But an early knockout off the top with recovery is always on the table.
Opts to go through the hammer here.
This could be
Wess
it.
Keeps on looking through these juggles, goes all the way up there through the downer.
He's got a dodge, avoids the neutral signature. Okay, 1 strong hit away from getting the knockout here. Don't go for ground pound, Faith. Just play it slow. Nair comes through. You just need a stomp side air. Dash jump Sair would punish him going for a down air.
He has no weapon. He lost a weapon. You cannot be unarmed against Chakram. Faith picking up the axe now, looking for the jump call out.
No true
Wess
combo,
able to
gets the down sig.
Like the D-sig is able to connect successfully. Faith off stage.
Gets the dare recovery. Okay, backswing recovery would knock out
the
here.
Sidelight Wess drifted too far in. The downer comes out again. No follow-up from Wess.
That's just...
that recovery.
But you know, if it was fused, it would have knocked out. It's fine. He gets it. He doesn't get it. You're kidding me. I'm telling you. Okay, Wess, that Sair would have knocked out 100 damage ago if you put the Chakram back together. I am raging about this. Faith does lose that game. I was wrong about Faith taking it up 2-0, but I'm just saying. Look, he accidentally fused it in that replay, and then he split it again. He was like, what am I doing? I only play split Chakram. It's like having 3 weapon kits, but not really. I don't know. I'm going to give... we're going back to Miami Dome. I can't believe Faith went back to Miami Dome. You know, half this game, Faith was like stuck on these side plats getting carried to the top of the blast zone.
Yeah. That was such an axe recovery at the end as well, by the way. It's like a, they're not jumping. They're standing on the stage and they're like waiting for you.
That was a Duramgar. That's what I was thinking.
You wouldn't know anything about that. That is not true. I've never done that a day in my life.
Never once. The Azoth recoveries never looked like that.
Okay. It's 1-1. Faith, I still have to say, is looking quite good. It was just like the last stock that kind of ended up falling apart for him a little bit. The side sig didn't connect. Wess, what's the punish? Not able to catch Faith's drift. The recovery is able to come out successfully. Wow.
I will say landing against split Chakram looks really painful.
Indeed.
Your diagonal dodge is kind of like, because the 2 hits from the Chakram Nair are going to clip a dodge down most of the time if you don't time it perfectly.
Into the downer.
Wow.
Faith, that was so good.
Really nice.
Amazing edge guard.
Yeah, that wasn't even like a matchup dependent thing. He just destroyed it with the axe there. That was a great weapon though. Stomp scoop, the double jump.
That was almost a call out on it too.
That was almost really, really good. I mean, it was really good. It just didn't pay off. Wess didn't get anything for it.
Damage is damage, and then end lighting in a wrong direction happens to the best of us, I suppose. Faith getting the neutral, waiting, being nice and patient. Wess is
on the sword. We're back to standard Brawlhalla matchups here. Axe comes through.
And Light.
Wess hasn't been too
side
sidelight heavy here. Faith's been on either side of the stage the entire time. I'm surprised Wess went off stage for that.
I'm surprised the down air didn't connect.
Yeah, both were kind of odd. Like the fact that Wess was there for it, and then that Faith didn't hit it. Weapon
Sidelight,
throw,
the weapon
ground
toss.
pound, no way, ground pound again.
The movement, the weapon toss forced him to move like that, and then he
Get
was
back
able
on
to
the
get the ground
chakram,
pound.
Wess. I know that it hasn't been working, but the sword did nothing.
Yeah, put the sword away. It's gone.
And
This
now
is
load it, load the weapon. Oh, fuse recovery.
Because he immediately picked it up.
He could have split it. He usually splits the down light.
Because his opponent was right in front of him.
No, he's learning. Look at this. He's going to get the two-stock comeback here. You cannot deny that every time Wess picks up the chakram, he hits down light first.
Oh my gosh.
Recovery up the top. Nope, not going to work out.
Faith tossing out the weapon. Left, weaponless. He able to catch the dodge. Down just to be able to cover, but Faith played nice and patient, waited it out, and then picked up the weapon. The D-Sig actually gets punished. Faith tries to go for the side. Wess going to be dodging past it.
Ooh, Nair doesn't go into recovery just yet. Side sig, that's an easy punish. Wess can get by ground pound or dare here.
Tried to
dare,
go for the back hit of the recovery, wasn't able to find it. Wess was a little bit too far behind.
Oh, what is Faith going to get here? He hasn't gotten too much damage yet to consider this like a... He had a really, really strong lead, and now I can't say for certain who's going to win this game.
Yeah, Wess has done an amazing job evening up this game. And once again, it is the split chakrams that will be his weapon of choice.
Go back. It's why are you trying to scoop chakram? Like out of their own combo. That sounds so risky. Like
with Axe, I feel like it's a little bit easier, right? Out of just a press down. With Hammer, not so much.
He's been trying to land with moves this entire time.
Look at the position.
Recovery could be huge. No, don't ground pound. Don't ground pound here.
Oh, he slid off with the stop.
I don't think he meant to.
I mean, that's why you press down and got a disadvantage.
Oh, that's going to be it.
Wow, the neutral going to be coming out.
That Wess reaction, I hope that is him going, maybe I shouldn't play this weapon. Maybe I shouldn't. I think because he is struggling. And Faith is giving him like 30 seconds of juggle state.
Yeah.
Like Faith spends half the game trying to get down and he's still winning.
With other weapons, right? With like the light attack weapons, with katanas, with
you reset to the ground,
whatnot, right? You don't really have the ability to go like blow through blow like that.
Yeah.
If Chakram is the one that's like juggling you, you get like your low neutral. You don't get that much else off of it. With Hammer, though, I mean, that's what sets you up for situations like those.
We're going to Fortress Alliance. Okay, we're staying on it. Let's see how this goes. It is match point. Wess has to win 2 games in a row. Faith 1 game away from knocking Wess out at 7th.
Yep.
Which is not what Wess was looking for going here, obviously.
Not what I would have expected at all. Wess was one of my shoo-ins to get, qualified for this tournament.
It's just the thing, right, though, when you're playing Chakram and you run into a Teros, it's like an 80-20 matchup. I'm making that up. But, like...
It's definitely feeling like it at the moment.
I'm telling, like on paper, it feels so clearly bad to be playing split chakram against this character, or at least this weapon combination.
Look, Wess is not able to go up as high as he would like because he is afraid of Faith landing with a down end.
Yeah. Dare hits, gets kicked out of the way. Hammer's picked up. Now the thing that Faith hasn't been doing well, that I would like to have seen more. Dare recovery, gets the recovery afterwards. Not going to knock out. No.
Dodging down like that.
Split chakram is just a bunch of light attacks. Even your strong attacks are light attacks.
You just have to respect all those downers. They have so little end like the side is.
Stomp Sarah's going to knock out. And look at that. Wess has to do so much more damage as long as he keeps the chakram split. Could fuse it. Could do it. Look at that. That's 2 fused knockouts on the day.
Because he just picked up the weapon. I'm telling you, he's only getting those, but he's picking it up directly.
Oh, well now he wants to keep it split. But I'm just saying, experiment with that a little bit. If you're going for these moves, because Chakram's moveset is the same when it's fused or split. It's just a knockback that changes. So if that's amazing. That recovery is amazing. Yeah.
You play and split. That is what Chakram is always looking for.
Yeah.
Those early stocks off the top. That must feel a little bit demoralizing for Faith. Hey, you know what you gotta have? You gotta have some faith.
What, Faith needs to have some faith? You just what? He's at match point in his favor. That's just mean to Wess.
Well,
you say Wess needs to have some faith?
This would be a massive upset.
Yeah.
This would be so good for him.
But also, like, Faith didn't come here from South America. Right? Like, that's why I'm looking at this. I'm like, dang, Wess really. Oh man,
He's got a lot of
he needs to make this trip worth it.
The down air not going to connect. The side air does. Sliding off that D-Sig, not going to connect. The GC sidelight doesn't.
That's going to be
down
it,
air
right?
recovery.
Down air recovery. Neutral sig into ground pound.
Doesn't
I mean,
put him off stage, a little too close.
You
to
got to
Sunny.
have something as crazy as ground pound. Okay, I like what Wess has been doing as an adaptation. Back before the adjustments, right? 560, 261 is crazy damage difference, 300.
I've never seen a Tyros have 261 damage before. That's
yeah, that was not great for
tiny.
Faith. I think he probably won't going to go back to Fortress of Lions. But like
this second stop,
this combo right here.
evaporated.
Yeah, that was very early. What was I thinking? I don't remember. That's okay. We're going to game 5 pretty soon.
I mean, I feel like the last stock and a half for Faith was just him getting hit again and again. He was coming back onto the stage. Wes continued to edge guard him.
I think that's been the set, right?
Yeah.
Like on Miami Dome and Fortress of Lions. Wait, what did he switch to? Was this Sentinel? I don't recognize the skin.
I believe it is going to be the Sentinel.
I know that he elected Sentinel today.
Yeah. He got a game off of Sandstorm using the Sentinel. And again, keeping up with the hammer. I don't totally understand why you would opt for the Sentinel. I feel like the Tyros was doing so well.
The SIGs are so good.
The SIGs are so good, especially like sliding off like the
and you got that anti-air. You know what he was struggling with before with Tyros neutral SIG? You have to actually space it.
Oh.
Sentinel could just actually...
It's a commitment.
You could just swing your hammer and it just hits that entire area that Priya tends to float in. Also, Qatar neutral SIG has that same coverage grounded.
But the Qatar chocolate matchup,
right there.
Looking for that and SIG, looking just to catch West jumping in, especially with down air.
But I
get
agree.
The D-light, backing off here a little bit. Okay.
I agree with you on the Qatar and Chakra matchup. I do feel like Chakra does pretty well here, but Sentinel is an unusual Qatar character as far as how you play the matchup. So let's see here. Stomps there on the table. West has switched over to the sword for the knockout. That's one way to fuse a Chakra.
Oh, nice weapon toss. The downer actually catching Faith getting back onto the stage, so it didn't spike. I don't see how Faith makes it back on here. Wes able to get the downer, not able to get any finishing hits.
Faith saw to get back there. I didn't see it either.
You know why?
No, don't say it again.
He had okay. So picking up the Qataris
production.
once again. How do you get the stock here as Qataris? Well, you want to D-light, you want to be able to get a recovery, you got to be able to just swat Wes away, but that is going to be easier said than done. The recovery catching him, and now all of a sudden Wes has a stock lead. This is game 5. Both of them want to stay
I'm so
in the
happy
game.
Wes stayed fused on the Chakram, went for the side light as a knockout move, and then did the down light as a combo starter to split it. Got the knockout, got the lead. Faith now taking even more damage.
Landing with the downer, you saw Wes waiting patiently, just saw him mash it out, and then nice punish. Committed a little bit too heavily to the recovery, but you know what? If he hit it, he would have gotten so much more
He could have gotten
damage.
the stock.
Yeah.
we saw it several times today. Wes was like, all right, I might go down here, but I'm ahead, and I could be up 3 stocks to 1 if it works. Oh, the reversal and the dare there. That's another reason, right? When guitars want to follow up with their strings with recovery, and Chakram, after getting hit, does a down air and interrupts you.
Side lights.
Nice drag down.
Beautifully done. Faith.
I like that a lot. I like that a lot at those mid to low red damage ranges, right? Where you do side airs, side light Sair, drags them down with you on the side air afterwards, even though the knockback's not very strong. It doesn't have to be. Their jumps are all gone. It's like hitting like a gravity cancel scythe down light.
Yep. Or like a GC side light, right? Off stage when you went on.
Yeah.
Okay, the call out though. Faith almost connecting the other side. That was so close. The neutral not coming out. Wes was able to dodge past it, looking for another down air.
Huge
but the recovery, that is why it is so scary to fight Hammer off stage as Chakram. But this game is going so heavily in Wes's favor.
Stop. No, misses the recovery. Could get the stop Sair here. Side sig would just knock out.
How do you get close enough to be able to stop?
The side sig was too obvious. It was too obvious. I knew it would knock out, but like, don't do it again. No, dash jump Sair gets hit. Oh, Faith is just fishing for it, and Wes is going to destroy him. Went for the gravity cancel D-light to get the knockback there. Knockback forward on fuse.
And like recovery, that is going to be the stock. Faith.
Last stock.
So behind in damage. Can he do this? Can he pull this one out? We'll just have to find out. Wes left weaponless for just a second here. Covering, looking for the dodge call out. This is the time when Qataris get to shine, is when Wes does not have a weapon, but neither does Faith.
Oh, what's he got? He's got hammer, gets it there. That's it. That's it.
But Wes, fighting sword, you just need one D-light. It's just one D-light.
Although that is so much easier to play around than Chakram, I think, at this juncture.
Dodging
Look at him go. Faith is playing amazing.
He's got to go away.
Wes is the one fishing now. Just don't side sig. Oh, is that it? That's it. That gravity cancel D-Light recovery gets it. Faith knocked out at 7th. Wess holding on. Going forward into top 8 to fight against Brawlhalla in that elimination quarterfinal. What a set. I was very wrong about my prediction, but I still feel strongly about the matchup. We got to see some of the highlights there.
Too.
Wess locked in.